Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing on a Sunday night here in New York City? What's going on? Crazy, crazy weather. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on our roundtable. What are the Yankees going to do, and how are we going to get back to the dance show for you? But before that, we do have I do have some breaking news with the segment of our show, and I'm going to bring him up right now. And let's bring him up.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling on a Sunday night? How are you doing, Joe?
How you doing, big guy? How's it going? How's total turnbuckle talk treating you?
It's going well. It's going well. I'm putting out a lot of shorts regarding Crown Jewel, John Cena versus AJ Styles. It's going well, and I see that you're also doing very well in New York Yankee Mania. What's going on, everyone in the chat? How are you guys feeling today? How has your weekend been treating you? I actually have a 3-day weekend because of Columbus Day, so that's cool. But I do have a very big
Well,
announcement.
I did bring you up here because you have some exciting news for us.
Yes, I do have some exciting what's up, guys?
Go ahead.
So, I do have some exciting news regarding Total Turnbuckle Talk. Um, every Friday after SmackDown, right after SmackDown, I would say probably maybe 10:10 because SmackDown usually ends, at 10 on the dot now because it's right before the Rainmaker on Hulu. I'm going to be going live, me and Joe are gonna be going live talking about uh talking about SmackDown, talking about the events that happen. We're going to be giving you our opinion, and we're going to be giving you what we think is going to happen next. So yeah, I'm excited to see you all there. And I kind of just came on here to say hi to you guys, letting you guys know that yes, thank you T Road. SmackDown is the best, yes, arguably. But I'm really excited to do this. The first one will be this Friday. We're gonna aim directly after SmackDown. We're gonna try to do it at probably 10:10, which is probably going to be the best time. But if it's a little bit later or earlier than that, I'll let you guys know in my community section on my channel. Joe, is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, the exciting news actually of you coming on a weekly basis,
Yeah.
covering SmackDown and Raw and all different types of news, what's going on with Cena, his final destinations and all. But also the most exciting, along with having you on every Friday night at around 10 p.m. or so, is that we're gearing up to do the play-by-play for the Survivor Series right here on NY Mania. And I am
Yes.
so excited to do that. I cannot wait.
I've heard very good
And
things
I couldn't
about.
have a better partner.
Thank you. Me neither. I've heard very good things about you commentating other WWE pay-per-views, SmackDowns, whatever. And I'm very excited to do this with you. I've never done it, but I'm very excited to do it. I've always kind of wanted to talk to someone and multiple people about the things that I'm watching because that's what I enjoy doing. It's one of my passions, and I'm so excited to be sharing I'm so excited to be sharing our first one that we're doing this kind of thing for Survivor Series with all of you guys. Is there anything else? Anything else? And what's going on, Ken? What's up?
No, that's it. Thank you so much, and keep up the great work what you're doing on the channel. And please, everyone, please subscribe to Total Turnbuckle Talk on YouTube. He does a fantastic job with us and all, and he is going to be a new member of NY Yankee Mania, NY Mania in the winter time. So, TJ, we're looking forward to seeing you on Friday at around 10 p.m. You have a great weekend, and
Thank you. You
go
too.
wrestling.
Go wrestling. Go Yankees, and everyone subscribe to New York
Have a
Yankee
great
Mania. He's
night.
doing a fantastic time. All right. See you later, guys. Thank you.
Take care, Teach. All right, everyone. Well, we are getting ready. That was some exciting news. I'm really looking forward to putting wrestling on the channel. all kinds of news. But calling the Survivor Series, I am so excited for, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But right now, we're going to be talking about our New York Yankees, and we're going to start the show with bringing up 3 co-hosts, and let's do it one at a time. We're going to bring up our play-by-play man, Evan. How you doing, Evan?
What's up, Joe? Doing well.
What's going on?
Doing great.
Crazy night in the East Coast.
The rain and the wind have been pretty strong, yeah.
And only going to get worse overnight, guys. So let's, I'm hoping that we stay on. All right. Hold on, Evan. I'm going to bring up Johnny Salami. Has been missing in action.
Hey, yeah.
Johnny, how you doing? Up? Welcome back to the...
Doing good. How you guys doing?
What's doing?
Great.
Been busy, man.
Good.
A lot of work.
How's your weekend? Everything good?
It's been good. Besides this weather today, it's been good. It's brutal out there. I'm happy I still have power.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're praying for keep the power. And finally, on the tap here, we do have swinging for the fences, Mr. George. How you doing, George?
Gentlemen, what's up? Chat, how we doing?
What's up? How you doing, guy?
Good.
Wow,
good.
2 nights in a row. How lucky am I? How's it? So, guys, first and foremost, what we're going to do is, being the fact that we have quite a few people in the chat, we're going to try to give away $100 to the chat. So as long as you didn't win yesterday, you're going to be the first one up with the question. So you're going to have, and please be honest, do not go to, I'm not giving you enough time to go to AI. And so I am going to read you the question. First of all, the first person that's in the chat that did not win yesterday is Katie. Katie's going to get the first question. All right, Katie. We're going to put your name up there. Hold on a second. Okay, there you go. All right, Katie. Hold on a second. I'm going to get the question for you. All right. So let's see what we got for you. Okay. All right, Katie, for $100, you have about 35 seconds. I'll give you an extra 5 seconds. Which four outfielders have won the American League MVP honors while playing for the New York Yankees? Which 4 outfielders have won the American League MVP honors while playing for the New York Yankees?
Not Joey Gallo.
All right, Katie. Do you have an answer? Let's see. Guys, do you see an answer? Because I had to go all the way to the top.
Nothing yet. Someone said it.
Katie, are you on? You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got enough? Sorry, Katie. We tried. All right, we got to go back up. We got to go back up again. All right. Hold on. A lot of people went in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see who's next. Jake. All right, Jake. Same question. And I hope you, and be truthful. Go with your mind. Which 4 outfielders have won the American League MVP honors while playing for the New York Yankees? You have 30 seconds.
Is Jake here?
I don't
Do we
see
know
him.
that? Do we know that Jake's in the chat? I mean, maybe we should just say the question and first come, first serve kind of thing. I think that might be a...
Who's in the... All right. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finished. Okay. All right. Who is active right now in the chat? Please let me know. Michael, you won yesterday.
T-Road.
T-Road.
Eric. Yeah,
JG.
T-Road. Give it to T-Road.
I wanted to make it fair of the people that started in the chat. So we went to Katie. Celia. Celia's next. Celia, are you on with us? Guys, let me know because I'm all the way up in my thing. Let me know if she answers. Celia, are you with us? Yes, no, maybe.
Bryce, my man. What's up,
no
Bryce?
Answer?
Juliet.
No Celia, it appears.
Okay. The next one I see would be It's Over. It's Over. Are you with us?
I saw him. I know he's here. I think I saw my man in the chat. Yeah? Yeah, he's here. What's up, Charles? Yep. He just confirmed.
Are you ready for the question? Okay. All right. Now, let's see what we got. Okay, you ready? Which 4 outfielders have won the American League MVP honors while playing for the Yankees? You guys in the panel know?
Yeah.
Without looking?
Yeah.
I think I know like 1 or 2. Don't know all 4.
He put his guess in.
Okay. It's Over says Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio, and Gordon. And nope. You were kind of close, but no cigar. Nope.
Forgot an obvious one.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to change this. All right. You know what, guys? We'll take a little break and we'll come back to it again. All right. So get your thinking caps on and we'll come back to it. All right. We'll hopefully have a winner before the end of the night. So hang in there, guys. Stay with us. All right, guys. New York Yankees 2026. What do we have to do to get back to the dance? Let's start with Johnny Salami. Johnny Salami. What are your thoughts? Where do you think the Yankees should concentrate? Go right ahead.
The number one thing, and I think it's always an issue, no matter how well or how bad you are, is always pitching. We can see right now and how we were in this postseason. What should be our 2 starting pitchers, or number 1 and 2 pitcher, didn't do the best. So I would still focus on pitching. That's huge. I know we're going to lose a lot of pitching in the bullpen. People are going to be free agents, are going to go probably elsewhere. We can try re-signing, or we could also look elsewhere. But one of my biggest things is definitely pitching. If you don't have pitching, you're nothing. And my second thing, it would be, I would try to get Cody Bellinger to come
pitching?
back. Yes. I know we need hitting, but we still need to focus on pitching. That's always for me, it's always a priority, is always pitching. Good pitching will always cancel out good hitting. Always. And then my other thing is
Yeah,
I
but
would try
Johnny,
to.
if you look at no, let's stick to the pitching. You mentioned pitching.
Yep.
Garrett Cole, hopefully he's healthy, and he should be. Max Fried, Cam, Rodon. I don't see where we really need too much pitching. And
Not just
waiting
starting
in the
pitching,
wings,
but
you
not
have.
just starting pitching.
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
What?
Not just starting pitching, but also pitching in the bullpen as well. I mean, we can see our bullpen it's been iffy throughout the year. It's been good and it's been bad. Maybe I wasn't like clarify so much on that. Yeah, starting pitching, we're probably decent on the starting pitching. It does look good on paper. Hopefully Garrett Cole comes back and he's healthy. That is a gamble because he did have the Tommy John surgery, and that can go 50-50. Sometimes it takes them a whole season for a pitcher to get back to their old ways. So that's just one of my biggest things. And my other thing is after pitching, my biggest player that I'll try to retain is Cody Bellinger. After that, it's a toss-up. There's little movements here and there we can make, but that's my two priorities.
Okay. And that's good takes. I want to tell everybody, in case there's freezing up and everything, guys, as you all know, there's very bad weather going on. So if we have freezing and stuff, please have a little bit of patience because it is really bad out there. So with the wires and everything going on, it's modern technology. So hopefully with fiber optics, I shouldn't have a problem. But I don't know what everybody else has. So let's hope we keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so that's your take. Evan, go ahead.
All right.
What do the Yankees have to do to get back to the day?
All right. This is fun playing GM. All right, so let's start with the outfield. So we know we're going to have Aaron Judge back. We know we're probably either going to resign either Grisham or Bellinger, possibly, most likely. I would resign Bellinger over Grisham. So we're going to have Bellinger most likely in this case. And our center fielder is probably going to be either Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez. Now, if one of them are on the bench, I think that could be useful. You can have, Spencer Jones is kind of be the guy that's there to mentor from Aaron Judge or Cody Bellinger, learn how to play left field, right field in case one of them gets hurt. But the thing is, I want to see these guys battle it out in spring training. I want to see Dominguez and Spencer Jones have a competition to see who the better center fielder is because Jason Dominguez was really projected to play center field before he came up. So I do want to see him try there in spring training. So I want to see that. I want to see them get a real contact hitting leadoff hitter in the lineup. That's something that we really need. We can't really rely on someone who's very inconsistent at the top of the lineup like Trent Grisham was this year. He was very good, no doubt about it, but we need someone who's going to provide good on-base percentage, a good average, and someone who has moderate speed, who can probably steal, close to 20, 25 bases this next season. So that would be very, very important. Plus, what are they going to do at first base? You can have Ben Rice play full-time first base. You can have Ben Rice be the catcher, starting catcher or backup catcher. You can kind of figure things out. But if I were the Yankees, I would sign a first baseman. I'm looking at a guy maybe like Luis Ariz you can maybe go after. Maybe a guy like Brendan Donovan. You can see if you can get him. But I would explore trade options or free agent options for first base. And catching situation, you need a right-handed hitting backup catcher. Something that's very, very important. You can't just have three lefties like we had this postseason be on the roster. And, three left-handed hitting catchers, you can't have that. You need a righty backup catcher. That's what we need there. And, in the bullpen, we're going to lose either Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, or both. So we need to address that as well. Is Jake Bird going to be up next season? I think he can be a good contributor, but he's not perfect, obviously. We saw that this year. He hasn't gotten many attempts during the regular season, but I think if you give him a chance during spring training, he can really figure it out, work with Matt Blake, and be a better option for next year. And then you have the rotation, obviously, next year. I think what I would do is I would trade Clark Schmidt or Will Warren. I wouldn't trade them both because you want that sixth guy there just in case. But I would probably trade either Will Warren or Clark Schmidt. I don't think either of them are going to have a role in the bullpen, especially come late in the season. So I would have one of them be expendable on the market. But I want the Yankees to really focus on getting good value for their free agents and their trade projections, because I don't want them going out there, and typically Cashman does a good job, but I don't want them going after a guy like Kyle Tucker, overpaying for him, and then you get not a ton of production. I don't want that. I want good value, and I want smart moves in the offseason, and like using your young guys, that were in the minor leagues this year, AA, AAA, utilize those guys. That's what we need. So that's most important. And I think doing all those things will make the Yankees a better team in 2026.
Okay. Now, neither of you, before we get to George, basically touched on. Maybe you didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. But Spencer Jones.
I did.
Do you see a real spot out there for? Okay. So do you see you guys see a spot for Spencer Jones? What are you guys feeling on that? And, I have my own feelings now on Grissom and Bellinger. Bellinger scares me a little bit, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But you guys, Johnny, do you see that he would be in center field next year? Spencer Jones or Dominguez on the team?
I think Evan mentioned it in spring training too. That's something they can battle it out for that position. If he gets it, let's go. Let's rock and roll. If not, then we gave it a shot, and he's still in the minors for maybe another year or for a few months until he gets called back up. But I'm for it. If he can do it and he can battle and he can show that he's capable of being our center fielder, I'm all for it.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on a crazy East Coast. Wherever you are, it's just be safe, please, and be careful. I hope everybody will have their phone chargers and stay inside, please. Try to avoid being outside unless you really, really have to go out. Stay inside. We have Ken from The Ugly Truth, the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, who's going to be calling the game one between the Mariners and the Blue Jays coming up at 8 o'clock to now. So a lot going on. We will be back tomorrow morning at 8:30, by the way, with coffee, bagels, and you name it. We will give you the show tomorrow morning for sure. Interviews with players, former players, and whatever are going to start up again soon. So there's a lot to look forward to. And again, for Friday night, after we do our show in the morning, Friday night at 10 p.m., right after SmackDown goes off, NY Mania will be putting on the Total Turnbuckle, and NY Mania presents WWE News. All kinds of wrestling news. We're going to go over SmackDown and you name it. Monday Night Raw, all the pay-per-views, people that are leaving, people that are injured, people that just came in. And, as long as we can confirm it, we're going to let it out to you. So a lot is happening here, and much more, which we'll get into during the next few days. We will be calling a playoff game on Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be the time is to be determined, but we will be bringing you the National League game right here on NY Yankee Mania. As soon as we know the time, I will give it out. But you can rest assured we are doing the playoff game on Wednesday night of the National League Championship Series. So that's going to be fun to call. All right, let's go to George now. I'm sure he's got a lot that we can turn around in this round table. Go for it, George. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I guess I'll just start. I'll piggyback off the last discussion about Jones and Dominguez. I think you go with one. I think you ain't bringing back Trent Grisham. Someone's going to overpay him. I think it's either going to be you're going to see the Mets, you're going to see the Rangers, you're going to see the Giants. Someone's going to give Spencer Jones, not Spencer Jones, excuse me. Someone's going to give Trent Grisham way too much money than he deserves. So let him walk. Bring back Cody Bellinger, though. It just made sense. Him in pinstripes. He's an all-around great player, great defense wherever you put him. You want to give guys a rest at first. All three outfield positions, you can plug him in. So versatile, so consistent. Don't go spend that much money on Kyle Tucker, because if he catches a cold streak at the wrong time, that's a big problem. So just that's my simple take right there. One of them you trade, though. You're either trading Jason Dominguez or you're trading Spencer Jones. There's no reason for you to have your outfield being Judge, Bellinger in center, and then one of the two in left. There's no reason to just let one perish on the bench or in the minors. No reason when they have that kind of trade value. The thing they could do, which is something I'm all for, is having Judge start to play first base. I mean, the injuries are definite with Judge. He does have that elbow concern, and his body, the way it's going to age, I'm all for having Aaron Judge play first base. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but when it comes to Jones and Dominguez, don't keep them both. It makes no sense. Both of them, you could get a boatload for. You really could. Why? Why would you go with Spencer Jones and just let Dominguez sit on your bench, or vice versa, let Spencer Jones rot away in the minors? The dude's already 25, Spencer Jones. His clock is ticking, and the Yankees are not doing him a favor by just letting him spend his days at AAA. I think what you do is you invest in Jason Dominguez, because I think there's a few reasons for this. One, I think the trade value on Spencer Jones is a little higher than Jason Dominguez. And I just like Dominguez. I've seen him. Granted, Jones has no MLB level at bats. We don't know what he's going to do at this level. I liked what I've seen out of Dominguez. A 5-tool player minus the defense part of that. We know how bad the defense was, but he's got a whole spring to work on it. Let's have him work his butt off in left field. Let's have him shag fly balls all day in Tampa and get it going. Because remember when we were in Queens, that series versus the Mets? That was our leadoff guy, and he looked damn good at the leadoff spot. This is someone we could potentially have as our leadoff man. So I don't want this to be a missed opportunity, because it very well could be. Now, the question is, what do you trade Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez for? I don't think they're that different in trade value. I think Jones might have the little bit edge. And if you're trading that kind of talent, you need something huge back. You're not just getting a little guy. You're not getting an Eugenio Suarez. You're getting something legitimate back. I've seen people say Paul Skeens. I think that's a very small % chance of happening, but it does somewhat make sense for both sides. I'll just briefly break this down. The Pirates have a solid rotation without Paul Skeens. They're going to have Jared Jones coming back, who, if you don't know the name, know the name. He didn't pitch last year because he was hurt, but the year prior, I believe he's only 27. This guy is disgusting, Jared Jones, a really good pitcher. Look up his numbers. They also have Mitch Keller, who we all know, who's a good veteran presence up there. And then they also have Bubba Chamberlain, someone who's been called the next Paul Skeens, who made a few starts this season, did not look bad at all, looked really good. So that's 3 quality starters for Pittsburgh. 3 of them, and I didn't even mention Paul Skeens. Now, the offense in Pittsburgh, it's dead. There's no one there. O'Neal Cruz is a bust at this point. Brian Reynolds is okay. He's definitely underwhelming from what we have hoped for. If you give them a bat like Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez plus a few more good prospects, the Pittsburgh Pirates turn into a solid team. They could maybe have the upper hand against a team like the Reds, who who even made the playoffs. They could be a wild card team if we give them some bats. That's what I'm saying with why it looks somewhat realistic for a trade for Paul Skeens to happen for both sides too. I mean, obviously for the Yankees, you get Paul Skeens. I mean, your rotation is Cole, Skeens, Fried, Rodon, and I'll throw Schindler as my 5. That's just disgusting, guys. That's something that you make in video games. I don't think it's Skeens, but I think there is some big type of player that comes over to the Yankees. And I'll address one more thing too. I think the Yankees are going to get Murakami. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I think he is going to be putting on pinstripes last year, and here's my reason. Jack Curry, my trusted source. This is the guy that I listen to when he talks about the Yankees, and he reported that he said, and I quote, "The best kept secret in all of baseball is that the Yankees really want Murakami, but also Murakami really wants to come to the Yankees. In fact, the Yankees are still to this date the only team that Murakami has mentioned that he would love to play for. I guess he's a Matsui guy or something. Whatever the case is, he wants to come here and the Yankees want him. Do I 100% agree with this move? Not really. I'll be honest. It's a solid strikeout guy. He does strike out a good amount of times, but he also walks a ton. So take your pick with that. But I just think that's my prediction. If I had to make a prediction for where he's going to land, I'd say he's going to be a New York Yankee. He does hit tanks, Bryce. He's arguably the best power hitter Japan has ever had. So take that for what it is. Because if you and he is only 25, and he's had a great career. There are a few injury concerns with him. I believe he had shoulder surgery beginning of this season. But in 55 games, the dude hit 24 homers. He is a legit power threat. In a full season, I think he's averaging like 55 or 60 homers. And I agree, Charles, we do need contact hitters. But I don't know where you're going to find ones, if I'm going to be frank. I don't know. Maybe a guy like Brendan Donovan you could possibly get. He could maybe be your guy because Brendan Donovan could play second. He could play the outfield. He could play third. Maybe you get rid of Ryan McMahon, possibly. There's definitely contact hitters out there, Bryce, but I'd say the thing is there's not many relatively available. So you have to test the waters. But those are my things that I think are going to happen. Murakami's going to be a Yankee. I fully believe that, whether we like it or not. And I think you go with Dominguez and you trade Jones. So that's my take on it all.
Okay. Now we also probably in our next day when we do this, we also have to worry about the Rule 5 draft, guys. We got to dissect what's going on there and who we're going to protect, because they're going to raid the Yankees when they do that Rule 5 draft, because we've been losing a lot of guys every year. So unless we already know exactly who has to go on the roster, if you guys already know, great. If not, we will save that for our next round table talk around the time that they start having the general managers meetings. But that's another thing. And I want to give you my take, guys. I'm worried about giving. I mean, I was all for Bellinger. I really was. But, in dissecting his numbers throughout his career, the one thing that scares me is the no contact, the outfield, hitting the ball in the outfield. He goes in these spurts, and he started doing that in the playoffs. And that concerns me because it looks like he goes one good year, one mediocre year, one good year, one okay year, one good year. Now, is that somebody? Why you have people in front of you like Dominguez, like Jones, like all of these guys, Grissom for that matter? Do you really want to invest? The Yanks coming off the table, including with Bellinger, is going to be around $80 million. Let's say, want to be $75 million, fine. But do you want to really invest in a guy that worries me as he gets older? I just don't know if that's the type of play. The Yankees have so much, and we didn't. And we're not even. I haven't even touched the fact of Anthony Volpe. Do they bring back Volpe one more year, or are we moving on from Volpe? I mean, that is going to be, a solid talk for the whole winter. What are the Yankees going to do with Volpe? And that's another problem. Another one, do we trade Chaz Chisholm? Now, granted, he could be a 40-40 guy, but is he too much in the locker room? Is he too much? Do people not like the Yankees because this guy is on the team? Does he aggravate everybody? Does he aggravate every umpire that's out there? That's a big question the Yankees have to answer. And that's another thing. But also, the number one thing, I don't care what they do. They better get a right-handed catcher. I don't care where you find them. You got to get a right-handed catcher. You can't go the whole year. And what really boggles my mind is in August, they get a catcher that they had 3 years ago, and he's a lefty, and he bats 202. Where do they find these guys? I mean, are you kidding me? Look at all the catches that the Yankees have dealt in the past 2 years. One they gave away to the Mets. You don't think Torrance would have helped the Yankees? Come on. 3 left-handed catches batting doesn't cut it. I have never seen a world championship team, especially the Yankees, go in like that. Now you know who's available. You may or may not want him, and that's Higgy Higashiawa. He's available.
For backup?
Maybe they have to go back to him.
For backup, Joe?
For backup.
Yeah.
Kyle Higashioka. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he really handled the pitching staff well.
Yeah. Good with Garrett Cole.
And they loved him. They loved him here. And some of the players are still here that was with him. So, but they have to address that. I don't care how small or big a move that is. That's got to be addressed. There is nobody. And that's another worrying trend that we're going to have on our next round table. The Yankees have no AAA players, except maybe 2. And that's troubling. What was that?
We got 2 good AAA guys.
Everybody on the AAA, they got a couple. But they should have more. There are players there are basically retreads from other teams or haven't made it or can't make it anymore. If the Yankees had somebody down there, you don't think I guess they had their reasons. No Spencer Jones, maybe because he went into a slump. And then Rumfeld, I don't understand that. Why don't they give that guy a chance? He's going to rot down there. But the second baseman, the third baseman, there's really, and the big hype on Laba Jr., what has he done?
Nothing.
I'm not taking away. He's a very, very good defensive player. I know that, and I've seen more minor league games, I think, than anybody. I'm telling you, he's a great infielder. Right now, his hitting is way behind, and I don't know when you think right now with Volpe, you're going to see the same thing with this guy. I don't know how long it's going to last. So I'm just saying. I'll tell you, we're more flexible with the major league team, but AAA bothers me. There's not much coming out of there. Unless you guys can prove me different. Some AA players are going to be coming up. I understand that.
Yeah, except for
but
the
look at
pitchers that
these
are down
other
there.
teams. Look at the Orioles. Forget about where they finished. Look at the Red Sox. Look at all these guys they can bring up. We don't even come close.
It's a
And I'll
problem.
tell you another thing. If the Yankees even had really good rookies, would they have gone to them? I don't know. They bring up, it seems like one or maybe two a year or every 2 years. They're always counting on the sexy names. And has it done anything for them since 2009? No. So how do you change it? That's what we're here to find out. How can we change it? And it's a solid question. It really is.
Yeah.
I love the pitching staff. The pitching staff, in my opinion, is going to be, if they're healthy, I think we definitely have the best in the American League right now. Maybe in baseball. I don't know that if the Dodgers get healthy, they'll give you a run for the money.
Without
the
any
bullpen
injuries,
is
of
not
course.
bad. Right. The bullpen is not bad. There's a whole array of relief pitchers that are going to be available. So we don't have to worry about that. I mean, even if you lose Weaver, and I'll be honest with you, I'll take a chance on, believe it or not, and this is coming from, I would take a chance on Williams more than
Yes.
I would Weaver. I don't
Yes.
trust Weaver anymore.
100%.
I do not trust him. He was an average pitcher when he came to the Yankees. He had his moment, but I think it's done. I'm sorry, I think it's done, but I think there's something in Williams. And you can't give up on Williams because you gave up a bumbling star who's with Milwaukee right now, Caleb Dilbert. And that is something, I think the Yankees have in their throat right now. So I could see if Williams agrees not to be the closer, want to stay closer, I think he's the right pick at this point. Now, another guy I want to touch on, what do you guys think about keeping Yarborough? My opinion is Tim Hill has to be on the Yankees.
Yes.
You cannot get rid of this. If he's out there, somebody's going to scoop him up right away. The Yankees can't be that naive. Sign him. I don't care if he's 35 years old. Sign him. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. 100%.
I agree.
Get a lefty in that bullpen. I mean, I don't care if he's not throwing the juice.
And
He's getting outs.
Yeah, and we're going to need another one. We're definitely going to need another one. Now, the Yankees have two very good young pitchers in the minor leagues. One was injured, Chase Hampton, correct? And we have the two other fireballers. I was talking with Ken a little while ago. The name escapes me right now. George
Rodriguez Cruz.
You refresh my mind on it, or Evan?
Well,
really? Elmer Cruz, right?
Cruz and LaGrange. Those are your two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And I think, and would you say that you would trade one of them for something else that they really need?
If
Or
we
would
could
you
get the
keep
right
them?
guy.
If
we
it's
could
the
get
right, if it's the right deal, possibly. But I would include Warren first before
Okay.
those guys.
So,
Yeah, get rid of Warren.
I agree. Yeah, with Warren.
You
I'm fine
know,
with him going.
and the other thing is,
Yeah.
if you want to convert them into bullpen guys, LaGrange definitely would be a really good bullpen piece. If you want to convert him, you could start that work now in the minors if that's the course. I'm not a Will Warren guy. That guy just ticks me off. Not a fan of him. He's done. So yeah, I think you could definitely do that. I see a lot of talk about Volpe, a lot of talk about Cabby. Let me just say one thing though. Cabby is not an everyday player, guys. He's not. Love the guy. He's an elite level utility guy, but that's his strength. His strength is to play every 3 days, to play wherever you need him to. But he's going to disappoint all of you. If the Yankees put him out there every single day, it's going to disappoint you because he's going to underperform because he is not an everyday player, Caballero. He's just not. He's a guy who will come off the bench. He's a guy who will steal bases for you. I mean, that's just it. If you want to replace Volpe with Cabby for the whole season next year, that's a terrible decision. That's just bad. Because Cabby's defense is going to be just as bad as Volpe's. We saw him make a handful of errors last year in a very short amount of time, Cabby. Lots of errors, very short amount of time at shortstop. So can't have him play every day, but definitely a good guy to come off the bench.
What do you guys feel about? How do you guys feel about that, Johnny and Evan? How do you guys feel about that?
I agree. I don't think he's an everyday player. So bench player, that's it. That's what it is. And I think he knows that. So
yeah,
I would just stick to him as being a bench player. He's clutch when we need him, but every day, probably not.
Yeah, I basically agree with that. I wanted to see him play a little bit more last year, especially when Volpe was going through his injury. But of course, they didn't get him until the trade deadline. But he's not an everyday player, but I would want to see him in a few more opportunities, maybe against righties, especially if Volpe is going through an injury or if he's struggling. I want to see a little bit more of him, but not an everyday player.
I would have loved anyone else to play shortstop when Volpe had a torn labrum. Are you kidding me? What do people expect him to play like when he's got his shoulder all tore up? I would have rathered anyone play shortstop with if his arms all jacked up. 100%.
One thing with Volpe, do you think this spring training?
Totally.
Do you think this spring training they should kind of sit down and say, listen, you've been doing this for a couple of years now. You got to prove this is your spot, and then just go from there. If he can actually earn the right to have that position.
Yeah, he has to earn it.
I think there's a mutual understanding with that, but I don't think that meeting would hurt.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't either. I think they really have to. They have to make a decision what they're going to do with this, because they can't keep. The fans are growing thin on shortstop, and if they do that, and then they have McMahon at third who's not hitting, you have the problem with Chaz. We don't know who's on first base. I mean, this looks like an Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. And we don't need that. We don't need that. Thank God we have a pitching that's pretty decent. Thank God. But everything else, I'm very, very weary. I'm so weary about it. Because I guess with Jumpy, I guess we want to see a first movie. You can't really do too much now, aside from coaches and managers. But I have to say the first move I think they're going to make is does anybody know when the guy from Japan gets posted? I mean, can he sign right after the World Series?
Yes.
I think 5 days after, right? Isn't it 5 days after the World Series? Yeah.
The second moves can be done. He's available.
I don't see him coming to the Yankees though, just because of payroll.
Yeah, but you're also $74 million down.
Because they
just saved $74 million.
That's true as well, but I feel like how Steinbrenner is going to try to, he's going to try to lower the payroll altogether. He's a businessman, where George Steinbrenner was a baseball man first. This guy is a businessman. He's more worried about profit and making money. It doesn't matter if we win or not, as long as we're making money. So I feel like I would love to get him. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be, huge, and have another Japanese all-star player, but I just don't see it happening.
I feel like just for the culture of the fan base, to just have this guy come in from Japan and mash, that's going to be huge.
I'm all for it. I would love it. Like when Matsui came on and Tanaka, I'm all for it, but I just don't see it happening. I'll be shocked.
Thing is, the Yankees have continuously
Matsui
said they love him.
As a mentor.
Yeah, I would not mind that at
Matsui
all.
will be his mentor. Yeah, no question about it. So I'm not too concerned. You know, one way or the other, if they get him, they get him. Great. That's one thing we don't have to. One other thing we don't have to worry about. But my concerns are we need what the Yankees really need is this year start off with a good bench, a good at least a right-handed catcher. Right-handed catcher.
No, we have a good bench because keep in
Who do
mind
we have?
Oswaldo will be back.
Yeah.
That'll be like a
Okay.
breath of fresh
So you
air.
have
having Oswaldo
you
back.
yes. So you have him from both sides, and you have Jose. I don't think Rosario's going to be back. I don't know. I just get a feeling on that, and and we all know that Slater's definitely not coming back. I don't know what that deal was for. That deal made absolutely no sense. And what did they get this guy for? To put on his resume that he was a Yankee for since July 31st? What did he do?
He wasn't even like a Rosario
Oh my
who brought
God.
the energy. He was just like so nonchalant. Just say, can I talk real quick though, Joe? Can I say something real quick about Jazz?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know people aren't happy with him, but the only thing is he's a second baseman. He's a top 3 second baseman. He might even be a top 2 second baseman. You're not going to find anyone else who's going to replicate that. And I don't think the guys in the clubhouse don't like him. I think they love him, you know, because it's not like he's being, I'm in search of better word. It's not like he's being an ass. You know, he's not being a guy no one wants to be around. He's being the energy guy. Now, maybe if you're on the other team, maybe if you're an umpire, you don't like Jazz. But the people in the clubhouse, the Yankees love him as a person and as a player. And he brings a spark, you know. I don't want to go back to the days where the Yankees had no energy, no pep, just going through the motions. I like how Jazz, the second we traded for him, there was energy, there was fuel to the fire, and also he's a darn good ball player, especially for a second baseman. You're not going to find a 30-30 season like this anywhere else. You're just not. So, in the middle of the order, Jazz, that just makes sense for me. And the guy loves being a Yankee. He wants to stay here, and I think it's worth keeping him. I really do. I don't know how many calls you get about him.
Yeah.
But he's gonna want it to happen. He's gonna want to stay, and I think they should keep him this offseason.
There's 2 things I want to address from the chat. First, Nick, Joe, do you think Hal can channel the inner George Steinbrenner and get both Bellinger and Kyle? No. If they're going to get one, and they're going to concentrate on another area. No question in my mind. There's no way he's going to do 500 million and 250 or whatever he's going to give to Bellinger. No way. 2 players for about 700 million? No, absolutely no way. That is definitely not going to happen. And the other question, trying to see up here, was from Big Fan. He said, how about getting JT Realmuto? I would stomp on that immediately. I would get him in a heartbeat. I know that he's lost a little bit, but I'll take whatever he's lost over what we have right now. And
Over
even
Rice?
if he's not as you know, he'll be as starting as a catcher against righties, against lefties. Yeah,
That would be your
Yeah,
backup, JT Realmuto?
I definitely would play.
That's an expensive backup.
I think they would share it.
I don't know.
I
Rice
know,
is
I know.
so
That's
But
another thing. Is we got to
after
stop
what
with
they
this
went through,
platooning. We got to stop with, the platooning has got to stop. That's another thing. Ben Rice, he's got to play every day.
I
Casey
agree.
Realmuto would kind of be out of the price range for a backup catcher, I think.
Well, I mean, the pop time is still there for
Okay.
JT. He still has a cannon for an arm, and he still does have some wheels for a catcher at his age.
Oh yeah, he's a good player, of course, but you want
So-
Ben Rice to be an everyday player, yeah.
So what happens if they get Realmuto and they just put Ben Rice at first base and call it a day?
You can do that.
That's no Murakami.
Do you
then.
think they're gonna? You think they would be better? Right. I was just gonna say, would you rather them be Rice and Murakami or Rice Realmuto? Where do you think the Yankees would be better?
Murakami, and that's really no doubt in my mind.
Now you're
but
adding
can't
two more left-handed hitters, by the way.
Yeah,
Can't Murakami play third place as well?
You'd
he
go with
could play
Murakami. Okay.
third and first.
Right. So I mean, I like Ryan McMahon, but I mean,
Yes.
you're actually gonna get an actual hitter with him, with Murakami, as opposed to McMahon.
I don't know how confident. Let me
Okay.
just look.
It's over.
got
Has
hurt.
put a lineup out here. Yeah, he did get hurt.
But he's
no,
back. But
it's
I don't know if
over.
it's like an arm
Somebody-
injury. If it's an arm injury, I'm shaky about putting him at third.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right on that. I
So
saw a
read his
comment
lineup.
up here of position players. Guys, did you see that? Was that? I'm looking for it. I can't see it. Well, it's
You can put
over.
it up.
Says why spend $400 million on Tucker when you could spend half of that on players like Bellinger, Realmuto, and Bouchette? Not coming to the Yankees. He's going to cost a ton. That's not going to happen. That I seriously doubt's going to happen. I just don't see that. Any of you see that? Oh, it's Eric D that I wanted to
He
put
just
up
sent it.
here. Okay. So he's got Rice, Judge, Chaz, Murakami, Jones, Volpe, McMahon. Win, lose to Jays or Sox in playoffs because they have better leadership.
I love how he put Volpe's name.
What do you think of that guy?
He put the 6 after Volpe's name to make it E6. That's creative.
McMahon, I like him as the vacuum cleaner, but he's got to do better hitting.
He did have a big
the only
homer
thing
for
you
us.
bring up a good point with. Yes.
We
Yes.
could give him some
The
protection.
thing with Murakami, right? No, you're right. What I like about Murakami is if Hideki Matsui brings him under his wing, that could be a really good thing. Hey, who knows? Maybe Matsui will join the Yankees as a coach.
Wouldn't
I mean, a
mind
full-time coach.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I wouldn't mind him
I would love it.
as our batting coach at all. That would be great because, I mean, look at the days of Matt. Not only was he a power hitter, but he hit the ball to left field. He hit the ball up the middle. He didn't mind hitting the ball to, solid contact. He moved runners over. He was a complete player. He came here as Godzilla and 55 home runs. We didn't need that. And, of course, he brought us to the promised land of our last world championship. He single-handedly won that series along with Alex Rodriguez. So those are your two main guys. And, I could see if Murakami comes here, I could see Hideki Matsui as the batting coach.
I'll also say
I think
this,
that would be
yeah.
that would make wonders there.
I've been looking
what?
at more and more, just a little bit off the screen right now, just more and more on Murakami. The more I look, the more comfortable I feel, man. I mean, the strikeouts are there, but you're looking at a 285, 286 hitter who's going to give you 100+ walks a season. I don't mind that at all, especially when he's giving me 55 homers. That's the thing you're getting with him. He's not your typical big strikeout flyout guy where it's a boom or doom. He's not striking out or home run. He's doing more than that, He's getting base hits. His average is around
Right.
280, which for today's standards, that's considered a solid average. about 25, 30 doubles a season. He's getting like 134 RBIs. Like, this is a guy, and I will say this too. This is a known guy to be clutch. He is known to have a clutch gene. So whenever they're doing their Japanese playoffs, whatever they do, he's supposed to be the guy to get the big hit. In fact, I remember last year's WBC, he was the one who hit the big homer. He's the one in Lone Depot who gave Team Japan the lead. And I remember saying, this guy's going to be something. So he is clutch too. It would not hurt. He could be Joe, like you said, he could be just like Matsui. He could be the guy getting the big hits for us. He can be the same type of player. And I would love to have Matsui as my coach. Situational hitting genius. Just want to say that on my guy Murakami. It looks very promising, Joe.
Yeah. Okay, well then we'll go with Jack Curry's premonition if he's saying it. Bill O, how you doing, Bill O? Welcome. Rice does not have the glove for first base yet. So what are we going to do with Ben Rice, guys? What are we going to do, or what are we going to do with Wells? What's your take, guys? And let's describe that a little bit. Let's go around the table here. What is your take, Johnny? What is your take on Ben Rice at this point?
I like Ben Rice. That's somebody I want to see play every day, whether that be catcher or first base. Obviously, we got to find the right solution this off season, saying where we should want to keep him. As of right now, it looks like he should be our first baseman because obviously we're not going to re-sign Paul Goldschmidt. So I feel like, he may not be ready yet, but I feel like he can get ready by the time opening day starts. That's what spring training's for. That's what that's for. With the right leadership, with the right people around him, I think he could be ready for that. So I feel like he should be our first baseman unless we make any big splashes this offseason. We get any, big time players, which is a possibility, but I'm not entirely sure what will happen. I feel like he should be our first baseman.
Okay. Evan?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think he could be either your first baseman or your catcher. Either way, he should definitely be in the lineup and be a big contributor to this team. I do want to see Rice have better at-bats against lefties. We saw in the playoffs he wasn't the best, and I think Austin Wells has put up a little bit better at-bats against lefties specifically than Ben Rice has. But Ben Rice, man, you're looking at a guy that hits the ball hard. He's a complete player, really, really good pop in his bat, hits the ball hard, everything that the Yankees like. He's versatile. He's gotten better at the catcher position. His pop time has improved. I think his throws have become more accurate. And, he can work on his framing a little bit, but, he's improved in all of his areas that he's needed to since being a full-time catcher. I want him playing every day. It depends what they're going to do with first base. Are they going to go after someone to play first base? If not, he should be there majority of the time, and then you can have, Wells be the catcher, backup catcher, and battle it out with the right-handed hitting backup catcher that they should get in the offseason. Or you can have him, play catcher, and then have Austin Wells be, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Would you explore trades for him, or would you, continue to see him in the lineup, or I don't know, but it's kind of hard to say right now. But I think we'll get a better sense of what they're going to do with Wells as the offseason continues. But Ben Rice should be an everyday player.
Okay, Bill O says Dominguez, Jones, and Judge. Belly, Rice at catcher, Murakami at third, Jazz at second base. Let's dissect that team a little bit. All right, so you got switch hitter, lefty, righty, lefty, 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 lefty. You have very, very little wiggle room. They, against left-handed pitching. So what do we do? That's a lot of left-handed. That's a lot of left-handed.
You would bring in a guy like you bring in Cabby, to hit Cabby and Waldo that day. Also,
Yes,
Joe,
forgot about
if you
it.
don't
Well,
mind,
they're good up, good.
That's right.
if you don't
Yes.
mind, Joe, I made my own lineup too, just a few seconds ago. Constructed a little something.
Yeah, bring it up. Go
All right.
ahead.
So what I
Bring
have
it
is
up.
I have Dominguez leading off in left. Kind of, I feel like we could plug some of these guys wherever you want, but I have Belly in the 2 spot in center, but you could fool around with that a little bit. Judge and right, the third and 4 in the lineup. I think you keep rock solid. You have Judge at third, Big G at 4. I think that's definitely the way to go. And I'll also add to this with Murakami because he's going to be my 5 hitter. He's getting some nice protection in this lineup. If you want to, you can even sandwich him in the 4 spot between Judge and Stanton. If he struggles a little bit, you can give him some protection. But he's playing first. He's batting 5th. Rice is batting 6th. Catching, Jazz is batting 7th at second base. Volpe at shortstop. McMahon rounding it out at 9th. I just once over again. Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge, Stanton, Murakami, Rice, Jazz, Volpe, McMahon. That's what I would rock out. That's what I would rock out.
So you're
I
going to
would-
give Volpe another chance.
More like there's no one else right now because it's obvious Lombard isn't ready, and I don't trust Cabby to be an everyday shortstop. More or less, there's no one else to go, and I kind of do want to give Volpe a chance because he started the season off really hot, and I'm not saying that Volpe is going to be that player we saw in the first half, but I truly believe Volpe is a 250, 260 guy, 25 homers, 78 RBIs, something like that. That's what I see in Volpe, not this 210 crap. I don't see that in Volpe. So I want to still see, Joe, what a full season of Volpe without a shredded up shoulder would look like. So that's why I'm giving him one more chance because he was hurt and he played through it. How do you expect a guy to play when his labrum is torn? It just blows my mind how people expected him to play like that, and they still booed him even when they did know that he was going through that. That's my thing, and he did have a good series against Boston. Obviously, the huge homer off Crochet. So yeah, if he's gonna be my 8 hitter, fine by me. That's how I'm looking at it.
Good. Okay. Good observation. I like it. Guys, are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, I want to see what Volpe can do next year. Just let the guy be himself. Don't tell him to hit for power. Don't tell him to worry about launch angle, all this other crap that we don't care about. Just let him be the player he's meant to be. Hit line drives, hit the ball the other way. And let's see what he can do. He improved defensively near the end of the season and into the postseason. So I want to see what he can do. Yeah.
Are you
I
guys
agree,
okay
yeah.
with the fact if the Yankees? Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you guys in agreement to keep all these coaches, or would you like to see like what the Mets did, just clean house and start over? Maybe just keep Matt Blake.
I don't know about cleaning house fully. I keep Matt Blake. If we can get a better hitting coach, 100%, I'm for it. I mean, we've seen what the Blue Jays do if they're hitting. I mean, we can get a hitting coach like that who can work the count, work pitches up, get, fluster pitchers because, the pitch count is getting high. I'm all for that. First base, second base, we can see what we can do there as well. But if anything, definitely keep Matt Blake, and then if anything, try to get a hitting coach.
But yeah, you're right, I totally agree. I don't know what's going in the Yankees' minds right now. I know from what I understand, they did have meetings behind the closed doors. I mean, that always happens as soon as they get ousted in the playoffs. So I'm sure they already have a target, and and to ready to bring to Hal, and take it from there. It's just one thing I can't see is that they're going to have a lower payroll. Do I think they're going to have a higher payroll? I'm not sure. But I don't think with the Yankees selling of the tickets, with everything going on, if how low is the payroll and they have a worse team than they had this year and have no direction, the fans are really, really going to revolt. So, I mean, I really do believe that the payroll will be around 325, 330, around there, maybe a tad more. But I think this year the Yanks are going to be a little bit more well-rounded. I really do. I think that, I mean, they got to learn from these mistakes. You need that right-handed catcher. You need another lefty in the bullpen. You're getting back Garrett Cole, and that's like making a huge trade. All right, granted, he's 35 years old now, but that doesn't matter. That's not stopping him. Exactly. And Bill O mentions bring back Willie Randolph. Willie, at his age now,
Yeah.
I seriously doubt he wants to do a lot of the traveling again. Yeah, Willie was a great third base coach, no question about it. But I just don't see Willie doing it, because I remember hearing an interview with him, and he just likes where he's at right now. So I just maybe spring training, maybe certain games, stuff like that. But I just don't see Willie I'm hearing Met fans are going, oh, bring in Willie Randolph and Carlos Beltran. He's not going. I so seriously doubt he's going to the Mets after the way he was treated as a manager. I mean, yeah, he's gone back for Old Timers Day or something, but that's different. But to actually work for them, I seriously doubt they're going to do that, guys. And that that's just the way I feel at this point. Nick Swisher, according to Charles, that wouldn't be bad. And by the way, I do want to address everybody here, Damon, Bill O, how you guys doing? Big fan. Just everybody here in the chat. Thank you so much for Michael, Felix. How you doing? Just thank you for everybody being here. Real Bill and just everybody. JG Insight, Celia, Katie. Kudos to all of you for coming on with our round the table talk, which we will have another one real soon, guys. Remember, we also are going to do the some playoff games, and Wednesday night, as soon as we know the time, I will announce it on our morning show. The time we're going to be doing the National League, and right now, Ken from The Ugly Truth is doing Game 1 of Toronto and the Mariners. I guess that just started, so just checking to see if there's a score there. Which
No
let's
score
see.
yet. Nothing.
Probably not, but no
0-0.
score? Okay.
0-0. Yeah, nothing.
All right. Okay. We also have one NHL game that just started, the New York Rangers and the Capitals at Madison Square Garden, and that's 0-0 with 12 minutes left in the first period. Yeah. So there's a lot to do, a lot going on. Guys, do you have some, do you want to add to what we've talking about? I mean, we've been on for a good hour and 15 minutes. Anything else that is in your fancy right now that you like to talk about, or do we leave that for part 3?
I think we did a lot tonight.
We have to do the trivia, Joe. The $100 trivia question.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's see now. What's the best way to do it? We got to see who's online from the top. First come, first serve. All right. Okay. So let's see. Well, we had tried Katie, and Katie's not. She's on and off. A big sports fan. Did we try? Was he in on it?
No.
I don't think so. All right, big sports fan, are you on with us?
He's on.
Bigfoot. Okay. All right. We're gonna give you the chance. Hold on. I'm gonna get the question. All right. Let's see. And remember, everyone, the winner of this must have Venmo or a Zelle. The best way for me to send it out to you. Do not want to put a check or anything in the mail. So it's got to be that way. Please make sure you have it. If you don't, if you win, I'll wait for you guys to download it and do what you need to do. Let's see. Go in there. Getting there, guys. Be right with you with that question. Hang in there. All right. Here is the question. Here we go. And you have 30, 35 seconds at the most. How many seasons did Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle spend together as teammates? How many seasons did Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle spend together as teammates? The clock already started. Let's go. Do I hear an answer? And don't be looking it up.
Just give a guess. Give your best guess.
Yeah,
You don't know.
doesn't hurt.
Never know.
Give a guess. Time is up. Come on, give a guess.
Half a season, he said.
A half a season? Nope. Sorry. Okay. Let's go to. Let's see here. Gotta go back up. A lot to go back up. Let's see here.
Maybe.
All right. Charles already won. Bill O. Katie. If Katie's around, she can answer, but she's in and out. Jake, are you on with us? Let me know, guys. Like this, I don't have to keep going up and down if they say that they're on.
Maybe go from the most recent people that are here. So maybe Michael.
He won, I think.
Was it this Michael or another Michael?
I think it's this
Michael.
one.
Michael won. Okay.
All right, Michael won already. How about Christopher? Hold on. Christopher, are you on with us? Wow, it's hard to give away this $100. Well, let me know, because Christopher's not on. All right. What about Bryce? How about you, Bryce? Are you on with us?
Billow's here. If we want to give it to Billow.
If not, then another night works. But try Bill O first.
Bill O, you ready? All right, Bill O, if you're here, how many seasons did Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle spend together as teammates? This is the last time I'm going to ask this question. Okay, Bill O, how many seasons did Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio play together? No, Bill O. The answer is 1 season, believe it or not. Good try, though. Good try. All right, well, we're going to wait. We'll do it on the next show. We tried. And 3 strikes. We had 4 strikeouts. It's 3 strikes and you're out. You got to make it a little harder, guys. $100 is $100. Otherwise, you know what? Maybe the next show I'll bring it down to 4 $25 ones. If you like, but that is the answer. We'll keep doing it, guys. The next show, maybe the next nighttime show, we will definitely do it again. Maybe we'll do it before the play-by-play on Wednesday night. How's that, guys? And I'll try to make it. And I'll try to make it a little easier for you, maybe a little updated. But the number one question's got to be a little bit harder. Although, that was a good guess. I would honestly, if I didn't know the answer, I would have said 3 myself. But he was just coming. One was coming and one was going. DiMaggio was going, and Mickey Mantle, of course, was. So good guess, though, guys. We'll get it done. The other winners, congratulations from the other day. They all got their prizes. They're all happy. I'm happy for them, and we'll do it again. I promise, no problem. Guys, some final thoughts. Let's start with Evan. Start with you.
All right. Just quickly, we have a score update. The Blue Jays lead 1-0 over the Mariners. Springer hit a solo home run on the first pitch. So 1-0 Blue Jays. Final thoughts.
Jeez.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. We know the Yankees have to make a lot of moves in the offseason. It's a big process they have to go through. Some of the changes that I want to see, first of all, have to do with the analytics department, front office personnel. That's where we need to see the change first. And then we can work our way down to some of the assistant coaches because we know Boone probably isn't going anywhere. So we'll see what happens there. And, it should be a fun offseason. Looking forward to see what happens. Should be a lot of movement in free agency and in the trade market as well. So looking forward to discussing all that as it happens and making predictions, contract predictions and seeing what can happen with that. But yeah, for now, let's go Yankees and see you guys next time.
Okay. Johnny Salami, go ahead.
Yep. Definitely a lot of areas of concern where we need to make improvements on. I still feel pitching is one of them. Many people may not agree with me. I always think pitching is always the number one priority, always, no matter if you're good or bad.
True.
Obviously, you have a good outlook going forward with our starting rotation. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy. If that's the case, and we could be deadly, or we can flop and be the worst. That's just how baseball goes. Obviously, we got to work on our bullpen. We have a few guys that are free agents. I don't see us re-signing, and rightfully so. Some of them were terrible. A couple of them have been good. One of my concerns is just I don't know how much House Brenner's going to want to spend. Like I said, he's not his father. He's a businessman first before he's a baseball guy, and he's more worried about keeping the Yankees. Believe it or not, Yankees is a business. And he wants to keep them profitable, and I think that's what it comes down to. Even if it means not winning the World Series, it means doing well enough. You spent so much this year, and you're making this much on ticket sales, merchandise, concessions, and so on. But end of the day, I do hope we make a couple of nice moves. Murakami would be awesome. I will jump up in joy for that. I'll be excited for that, just not like because what he can bring, but just the culture that he's going to bring. Having another big player from Japan and have our eyes from Japan watching the Yankees again would be huge. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I love the offseason as much as I love the season, the regular season. It's exciting, especially with the Yankees, because they always seem to make a move. So let's see what happens. Let's go Yankees, and maybe we'll actually get 28 in 2026.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. And Big George.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a lot of things to talk about this offseason. It's going to be a fun one. I think they do need a little bit of a change. I don't think you bring back Grisham. I do think you bring back Devin Williams. He showed some kind of urgency this postseason. He channeled that inner prime Milwaukee Brewers Devin Williams, which was great to see. So I think you definitely bring him back. You let Weaver walk. You bring back Tim Hill. That's a must. And, of course, you bring back Cody Bellinger. Lot to dissect, though, inner-wise, like in terms of Volpe and Wells and Cabby and McMahon, all these guys. So that's definitely going to be the next talking point going forward, I think. But it was a great show, great stream, and let's go Yankees.
All right. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great week. And if you guys are off tomorrow, good for you. That would be nice. I'm not sure if you guys still have classes or not. And George, will we possibly see you next weekend?
So that sounds like the plan.
Good. Johnny Salami, will we see you towards the end of the weekend? I know your schedule is very, very tough this week.
Yeah, the beginning of the week up until Friday, but from Friday night through the weekend, I'm available if you need me.
Awesome. Okay. And Evan, are you coming on our regular show in the morning?
Yeah. And I don't have off from classes, unfortunately, but yeah, I'll still be here.
I heard it. Okay, cool.
Colleges.
Well, let's just hope that the weather's better. Yeah, let's just hope that we all have power and everything is going well. Let's stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much for participating, guys. We will definitely have more of these streams. There's a lot more coming on. Tomorrow morning, we get back to a little normalcy. Hopefully that there's no problems with streams or whatever. So let's hope and pray that everybody has a safe night and we have our electricity. So with that in mind, everyone, I want to thank each and every one of you. Please, if you've been in here and you haven't subscribe to us, NY Yankee Mania. Really appreciate it. If you guys have some time now and you're putting on the Toronto game, please go to Ken's channel, the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and listen to some good play-by-play. We will do the play-by-play on Wednesday night with the time to be determined. As soon as we know, you'll know about it. But this was a great stream, guys. We will do the giveaway again. We'll try to give that away. Might try to make the question just a wee bit easier, but can't make it too easy. Can't be like a $25 question. So you got to earn your stripes, as the Yankees say. But in the meantime, I do want to tell everybody, please stay safe. Love each and every one of you. God bless you all. God bless America. Let's go Yankees, and let's go, and let's have a great winter, and let's retool this team to championship caliber, what we all want and expect. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning with bagels, coffees, bagels, and omelets, and Yankee talk, and every other talk. We'll see you later. Good night, everyone.